What's up, Math 8? Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Math with Mullins. Today we're looking at lesson 4.1, congruent figures. So what we're going to be able to do is just identify those congruent figures and use them. The first thing we want to understand are what are three main topics of word choices, or we can even say vocabulary. So congruent figures are figures that have the same size and shape. Okay, corresponding angles are matching angles, and corresponding sides are matching sides. So we want to look out for those while we're doing our lesson today. Make sure you take time to pause the video here and fill in your notes. When you're ready to go on, click play. All right, these figures are congruent, name the corresponding angles and corresponding sides. So we're going to say angle A is congruent to angle W. Angle B is congruent to angle X. The next one we have is angle C, that corresponds with angle Y. And then angle D is corresponding with angle Z. Now we want to match all the corresponding sides. So we can start with AB and we put a line over it, corresponds with WX. Notice if I start with A and go to B, I start with W and go to X. BC corresponds with XY. YZ corresponds with CD. So you see I switched that around. You can still correspond YZ to CD. And then AD corresponds to WZ. Okay. So now that we have a good understanding or a good example about corresponding angles and sides, here is one that you're going to try. Name all corresponding angles and corresponding sides. Pause the video here so you can try it on your own, and when you're ready to check it, click play. All right, this one's a little different because you notice it's kind of a reflection of one another, so you have to be cautious with where you're choosing. I would say angle L corresponds with angle Q. Angle M corresponds with angle V. Angle N corresponds with angle T. Angle J corresponds with angle S. And angle K corresponds with angle R. The next thing we want to do are our sides. So if I start with KL, I would also need to correspond it with the matching letters RQ. If I start with RS, I want to correspond that with KJ. Or if I start with JN, I want to correspond that with ST. And then if I do NM, that corresponds to TV. I think I missed one more. ML corresponds with VQ. So just make sure that you're matching the letters with the matching letters on the other figure. The next one says, which square is congruent to square A? That square has to be square C because they have the same size and same shape. Square B is not congruent because it's a little bit larger, as notated with the number 9s. The next one we want to talk about are these two trapezoids. They are congruent, so ABCD is congruent. So what would be the length of JM? Well, since JM is here and it corresponds with AD, we can say JM is also 10 feet. The perimeter of JKLM just means we're adding all the outer edges. And again, since these are going to be the same as over here, we would just do 10 plus 8 plus 8 plus 6. 10 plus 8 is 18, 18 plus 6 is 24, and 24 plus 8 should be 32. I'm going to just double check my math real quick just to make sure that we are on track, and that is 32 feet. The last one on this page, what angle JKLM corresponds to angle C? Angle C corresponds to angle L. And one way I can do that is I can do what I do as a top to bottom lineup. I know ABCD matches with JKLM. So A matches with J, B matches with K, C matches with L, and D matches with M. Complete each statement by finding the congruent angle or side. So if ABC is congruent to DEF, angle A is congruent to D. Again, you can do the stack ABC, DEF, and quickly see what they're matching here. Angle E matches to angle B. Side CB, I need to put my angles here. Side CB is here. That's going to match to side FE. And side DE matches to side AB. Okay? How about you pause the video and try this one? Pentagon PQRST is congruent to VWXYZ. How do each of these angles and sides match up? All right, as you pause the video, hopefully you're able to try this. Angle W matches with angle Q. I can see that because I stacked my letters, but also here is W, and it's just a reflection off of Q. Angle S is congruent to angle Y. Also noticing that S is stacked on top of Y. Side PT, which is here, matches side VT. Here is PT with the side. So not VT, but VZ is the other side that matches it. Notice how V and Z are matching up with P and T. Okay. And then side XY, here's XY, matches with side RS. XY, RS. Okay. That's going to conclude